Welcome to Cornerstone Relationship. I'm Greta Cummings. This is our week 4 check-in with our project horse, Morgan. Hard to believe she's been here for a month now. I've been thoroughly enjoying her and working with her. So one thing that's exciting to share with you guys, I learned last week, working with her, as you could tell in previous videos, I was working very much on earning her trust, and we got some help in the back there, earning her trust and making sure that she was okay with everything I was asking. My whole goal was to keep things under her threshold, that she didn't feel like she needed to escape, that what I was asking her to do, she could handle. And my one goal, as I've mentioned from the beginning, is I wanted to get her feet handled. This last week, I did get a lariat on each of her feet and check her yield with those feet. And it took a while because I wanted to make sure mentally she was prepared and she was in a good spot that I could get it done. And I found out that she actually has pretty decent yield. She just has a lot of don't want to. So I said, all right, girly, we're going to push things a little bit harder here. And so today you get to get a look at what our workouts are now going to look like for a while. And I will admit, I threw a lot at her today, and I think she did handle it very well.
So as I get her untied from the post and I bring her out into the arena, we have a lot of things going on. When we first came into the arena, she was unsure of that tarp, and you see there, she got both ears on it. I waited until she kind of got socially engaged with me again, and then we left. Made a mistake. I should have left so that I was between her and the tarp and not her between me and the tarp. Come again until she notices it. As soon as both ears get fixed right there, and she got socially engaged with me again rather quickly. So again, we retreat. That time I did it correct. We're coming around again, and see how much closer we're getting. I'm not pushing the issue. I'm very much making it so that it's her idea and I'm letting her feel safe. And there, she's not worrying about that tarp near as much now. We get right up to it. And now I just let her engage however much she wants to. She's snorting at it, looking at it, but she's curious about it now. So it's not such a big deal. That's the whole thing, is we encourage her to investigate. She gets a little touch of it, startled her, so I save her life again. And here we go. Here's one last approach. And you can see she's really not very even worried about it now. I'm not forcing it. I'm not pushing the idea. So she doesn't feel like it's a trap that she needs to escape from, because I'm taking her from it as a good leader. So now we'll get started with some groundwork, getting her feet to move. I'm going to ask her to step to the left and to the right, walk around me a bit, and bring her back down to a stop. And getting her feet moving is important, because how a horse moves their feet tells us a lot about where they're at mentally. And you'll notice there will be some times where she gets drawn away from me, away from the circle I'm asking her to work on. And I'm using a flag because, as you can see, she really does not get too excited about a whole lot. She's very laid back, has no need to hurry anywhere. And there I just draw her back into me, asking her to follow that feel as it changes. She's a little concerned about where the other horse is going. All right, so now I've used the flag to move her, And now I want her to understand to read the situation and not just react to things. And as you can see, the flag's going quick, but I'm just standing there, just chilling out. Want her to read my body language and not the situation, because I want her looking to me. And there she thought she'd go follow that other horse and she'd find safety there. And I'm trying to help her realize that I'm part of the herd and I can save her life. And there she quiets. She's facing me. So I get quiet. I'm going to give it another go here. And that's a much better response. So now I've used the flag with the intention to move her. Now I'm going to bring it up and touch her. Now, when I first started this exercise, she really thought she needed to leave, that she was not safe. And I really worked hard to let her know, hey, no, just read the situation and pay attention to the leader. And make sure we work both the left and the right side. I'm going to ask her there to step over to the right. She still has a little bit of a brace there with letting me get over to that right. I'm asking her to look over to the left. There, good. And now I'm going to rub her with the flag on this side too. It's always good to push our horse's comfort level in a controlled manner. Now here I'm going to start working on those feet. I'm asking her to relax, to drop her head. I'm rubbing her, dropping her head, trying to help her associate that rub with relaxation. I ask her to pick up that right front. And notice she picked it up without having to leave. I'm holding it. She wants to stomp it back down. I would like to be able to set it back down, but that's going to take a little bit of work. So I'm just asking her again, can I have it? That was much better. So now we'll work the left side. There she was distracted by something off to the right there, and I just said, I'm a little more interesting than that. Again, working on relaxation, dropping the head. When a horse drops their head, they release endorphins within their body, so helping them know where to go is really good. Now here with her left one, she's not quite as willing to let me handle it. So I'm going to take her off to the side and I'm going to ask her to move her feet. And I'm using just the rope, not the flag. And you'll notice she doesn't have quite as much respect for me without the flag. And I want her to learn to respond to me and not just me with the flag, because I'm not always going to have a flag. So you'll notice I have to get a little big there and tell her I'm serious about what I'm saying. Just like that lead horse in the herd would do to her, and I'm just making her move her feet around me. I'm being a post. I'm not moving out of her way. As soon as she kind of gives me a little bit of a sign of relaxation, we're going to come back up here where we were working on feet, and I want to release her to having her feet worked on. Now she's getting a little anxious about what's coming next, and I kind of lose her here a little bit. Gonna give her another chance, and there she pulls it from me. So okay, that's fine. So here I speed things up a little bit. I'm still just moving her feet, letting her know I'm serious. We're gonna come back over here and try again. And now coming up here, again, like I said, she's anticipating and getting a little anxious on what's going on. And so here she's like, nope, nope, I really want no part of this. And she was just going to push through and bully her way and save her own life. And I just said, it's not worth it. That was tough enough. I didn't move her feet around too much. But then again, coming back, she's going, I still can't do this. So I'm moving the feet. She got a little more upset, going, I really want to get away from this lady. I think she's crazy. So we're going to come back up here. And now I recognize too, we're getting closer to the tarp. So I have to be very mindful and be aware of the situation and make sure I'm not putting any undue pressure on her that's not beneficial at the moment. So we always need to be aware of our situation and our circumstances. That's what horses do in the herd, is they're being aware. Now there, I'm asking for a lot less with that foot. She picks it up, gives it to me, and I say, well done.
Again, thank you for joining us on this journey and seeing what it takes to get a horse as a true working partner, not just broke, not just riding, but getting them as a working partner. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our updates with her. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you and the horses you ride from our barn to yours.